Well, just some breaking lines coming through on this story this morning from Russia, actually. Several sources for this. Let's start off with Reuters. They're quoting it gets slightly confusing, the RIA news agency, who are quoting Sergei Lavrov, who's the Russian foreign minister, saying Russia is deeply concerned over possible US military action in Syria and urges restraint. It's also coming through this morning from AFP, the news agency, that Russia is warning the United States of extremely dangerous consequences of military action in Syria. There's also been an interview in a Russian newspaper from President Assad. He says apparently that chemical weapons, the claims that he has used chemical weapons, is an insult to common sense. He's also warned the US of failure if it attacks Syria. Well, let's get more analysis on all of what's going on with our correspondent, Tom Parminter, who's here. And this highlights, doesn't it, Tom, the rising concern now that military action could be just days away.
Yes, the stakes are incredibly high and things are moving quickly, although the prospect of airstrikes is certainly on the table. Nobody wants to make a mistake. Nobody wants to act quickly and then there to be repercussions that come back to haunt these coalition now of people who look like they're willing to get involved. That includes Britain, it includes France, it includes Canada, and of course the United States. And the kind of things that we're hearing coming out of Russia show just how high this is on the international agenda. And also Iran warning very clearly that this, if there was to be military action from the United States and others, this would be a red line for them. So just what this means in the wider Middle East region is of grave concern to those people who are making those decisions over the coming hours and days. But the first hurdle, of course, is that UN weapons inspections team that are going in today to that part of Damascus that was the centre of these strikes on Wednesday. They've had this 5-day gap when they've not been able to get in, and that has been crucial. The experts have said, look, 2 to 3 days was the kind of time that you could conceivably allow to pass before the evidence of any chemical weapons strike may have disappeared. But even if they do find that evidence, the job of the team on the ground in Damascus is to try to establish if chemical weapons have been used, not who has been using them. As we've seen over the last 24 hours, the version from the regime in Damascus is that the rebels have chemical weapons. It may well be that the rebels have been the ones using chemical weapons. So the fog of propaganda in all this is certainly not making those decisions any easier for the likes of